Yeah.
What up, SBF? It's your boy Josh Whitman here with Peter Yarum. This
What's
week,
up?
we're going to be doing NFL divisional round picks, talking about college basketball and college football playoffs.
Yep. And we'll have Dan Lopez from Varsity Basketball in the studio to talk about the hoop season.
All right, so the regular season, Peter and I tied 21 apiece somehow.
Gonna have to sort this out.
And so, first game we're going to talk about, Baltimore Ravens, Joe Flacco taking on Tom Brady in Foxborough.
Okay, so in the playoffs, the Ravens have owned
Three of
the
the last
Patriots.
Four. Three of the last
And
four.
you know what? If you've, I think it was on TV, they said that the last out of the last 9 champions in the NFL, 6 have played on Wild Card Weekend.
Really?
6 have played and 3 have not. So really, having that first round bye doesn't help you all that much. And the Ravens just played on Wild Card Weekend, coming in playing against the team on the
divisional win on
bye.
the road.
Just saying, they beat their arch rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I mean, the Ravens have all the momentum going their way. I got Ravens in this one.
I went back and forth. This was a tough pick because, my brother's a big Patriots fan, so I kind of want them to lose because he always rips on me about being a Browns fan, so I kind of want the Patriots to lose. But it's Tom Brady, a healthy Rob Gronkowski, no Bernard Pollard in the secondary for the Ravens. He's in Tennessee. He injured Brady a bunch of years ago while he's with the Chiefs, and then Gronkowski with the Ravens. Patriots, close one.
Okay.
So next one we got Colts at Broncos. Peyton Manning facing his former team in the playoffs for the first time.
Okay. Andrew Luck going up against Peyton Manning, the guy who took his job from him, basically.
The replacement versus the previous occupied.
That is true. The legend versus the prodigy.
Exactly.
And Andrew Luck has been an absolute stud this year, breaking so many of Peyton's records that he previously held for the Colts organization. Colts have been very strong, very, very strong. And Andrew Luck, not sure if you saw the game and his performance, but some of his throws, like the one on the run
And he got
for
hit.
the touchdown,
Beautiful.
and he gets hit.
Concrete.
It was unbelievable. I have Colts in this one.
It's going to be another close one. I think the difference is there's 2 differences. Broncos defense is better, I think,
That's
in my
true.
opinion.
That's
and
true.
the Broncos have a more consistent running game with C.J. Anderson. I think
Well, what Luck did the other game, he just dumped it off to the running back, Heron, and every time,
Boom, Heron.
they would stretch out the wide receivers, just have them, at times, they were just running 4 verticals, Hail Mary formation, just running down the field.
And
Heron
just
would
dump it
just
off.
slip up, dump it off, and he gets an easy 20-yard run out of it. It was that simple for him.
I think Peyton Manning's struggles in the postseason have been well noted. But I just think the Broncos are too much. They'll have a little bit more. Andrew Luck's been bad with turnovers in the first half and slow starts. But I mean,
I think Luck shows it to Manning
I think
this time.
I gotta go Broncos.
All right.
I gotta. And next we got the Seahawks against the Panthers.
Okay. So the Panthers are, I do not, I don't know how they even made it to the playoffs.
Their defense is hot. They're on
How
fire.
did they make it to the playoffs? 7, 8, and 1. How do you get in? It's unbelievable.
NFC South.
No,
that's how.
returning champions are here to prove something, as they always are. And Russell Wilson is going to be too much of a match for the Panthers defense, and the Panthers offense is going to have a very tough time against the Hawks defense. I have Hawks absolutely dominating this game.
Earlier in the season, Panthers and Seahawks played in Carolina. Seahawks pulled out a 13-9 victory, although Seahawks were
Although that
without-
was when they were reeling.
the Seahawks
Yeah.
were without Bobby Wagner and other key pieces. The Seahawks are totally healthy. 12th man behind them. Seahawks, big. Next one we got them Dallas Cowboys taking on the Green Bay Packers.
All right. Well, Chris Christie was at the game the other day,
NJ Governor.
NJ Governor, and he is, quote, bringing Dallas their mojo. That's all I'm saying. Jerry Jones said it. He's bringing them their mojo. So he said he's going to be in the press box at Green Bay.
Really?
How about that? So NJ is supporting Dallas. I don't know why.
I don't know.
But, hey,
Not gonna make the
if Chris
Giants
Christie,
fans happy.
if Chris Christie's their mojo, they got to win.
Yep.
I mean, doesn't that make
They're
sense?
2-0 with him in the press box. I mean,
They are. He's their
But-
good luck charm.
Dallas, this is tricky because Dallas is 8-0 on the road and Green Bay is very dominant at home.
That I don't know why, but how do you play better on the road
I
than you
don't
do
know.
at your own home
I don't
building?
know.
I mean,
Dallas is just a different Dallas team this year. DeMarco and Dez and Terrence Williams, 2 touchdowns last week.
and Tony Romo
And Tony
actually
Romo's
playing
playing
well.
good.
Pro
Playing
Bowl
good.
selection too.
4 now. Don't jinx it. But I honestly, I gotta go Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is on a tear. It'll be a close game. I think, bold prediction here, Dallas will go into the half leading this game.
No. Packers are gonna start off, and Dallas is gonna come back as they always do.
All right, we'll
Dallas
see.
this entire season, it's a season of comebacks. Season of comebacks. They keep coming back when they're down. They just keep on doing it. I don't know how, but it will get done.
All right, we'll
Cowboys
see.
in this.
We'll see. And that's it.
That's all right for our
That's
picks.
it.
So,
So-
we're gonna have a big difference after this,
We'll
either
see,
one
yeah.
way or the other.
We only agreed on one pick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now college football playoff, the first
Ooh.
ever college football playoffs underway. 2 games, the Rose Bowl, Oregon beat Florida State
Absolutely crushed
59
Florida
to 20,
State.
and then my Ohio State Buckeyes shocking the world, and they beat Alabama 42-35
See,
in New Orleans.
Personally, I think the Florida State loss about how bad they got blown out was even worse than Ohio State
Oh, yeah,
upsetting Bama.
them, absolutely.
That shocked me because how do you have 2 Heisman winners going up against each other and one struggles that mightily?
Well, I don't think. Honestly, I watched the whole game. I don't think that Winston really struggled because it was close at the half. I don't remember the exact score, but it was close. And then there's 3 fumbles. Winston threw a pick, and he had his own fumble where he slipped and fell.
Mhm.
But there's 2 other fumbles that weren't his fault. It was close. Those turnovers in the second half really kind of skewed the score.
Yeah.
It was close. It really wasn't. Should have been a 39-point game.
Yeah. Just the fact that they blew him out, though, like that just proves how strong Oregon's up. Now, what really helped them was the up tempo that everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
That up tempo offense just absolutely killed Florida
it's
State.
Hard. It's hard to defend.
Mhm. And that'll be the real challenge for Ohio State.
Yeah, and so the Ohio State Buckeyes behind third-string quarterback
Mm-hmm.
Cordell Jones making his second career start. He played pretty well. I
was
impressed.
surprised. Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott also, the running back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had a monster game.
He had a monster game. 200, a Sugar Bowl record, 230
And
yards.
Alabama does not give up.
No.
100.
Yeah.
I think they gave up like 4 100-yard rushing games this season.
They hadn't given up 100 yards yet. I
It
don't
was-
think.
No, I think they had a couple.
Oh, I don't know.
They said like
All I know is they're the #1 run defense, and if
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott can do that against Alabama,
who can he do it to?
all right. So, who you got? January 12th, next Monday.
Ooh.
Oregon, Ohio State.
All right. Well, I really, really, really want Ohio State to win, but I don't see it happening because this up-tempo offense is something out of this world. Now, I thought it was bad when Chip Kelly was there, how bad they dominated teams.
Right.
It was ridiculous. But playing against Florida State, the up-tempo offense was just insane.
It was.
Rapid fire. The defense looked absolutely exhausted.
1 snap every 16
They,
seconds.
the Florida State players were begging for oxygen. So I think Oregon has their I couldn't get it out.
Ohio State has their hands full.
Ohio State has their hands full. Yes, Oregon is going to dominate, I believe.
I think, I agree with you, but I feel that if Cordell Jones hangs onto the ball, Ohio State does not turn the ball over, and Ezekiel Elliott is able to replicate his performance against Alabama and Wisconsin, if Ohio State has a successful running game and they do not turn the ball over and they win
have a shot.
and they win the turnover battle, I think they'll win.
They have
But
a shot.
if they turn the ball over and the running game is not, Oregon's gonna.
See, the one other thing that Oregon has an advantage with, too, is Mariota in the run game. Because Mariota can move, and he has a very strong arm.
Cordell Jones has a cannon,
He does.
and he trucks people.
See, the thing is, though, he's big. He's
Yeah,
big.
he's 6'5".
And that's what makes him a powerful runner, but he's not really fast.
He's
Mariota has speed.
Braxton Miller has breakaway speed. Cordell Jones will truck you.
Yeah, he's kind of like a Ben Roethlisberger
he
type
is Ben
build.
Roethlisberger.
He's just big and hard to take down.
So I'm gonna go with Ohio State.
Okay.
All right. So next we got college basketball is in full swing, and the madness, while it is in March, it's 2 months away. It's still here.
Kentucky got a major scare last night from Ole Miss, only defeating them by 3 points
In overtime,
in overtime too.
Ole Miss had the last shot. Guy,
I don't know
The guy
why
wanted-
their
the guy-
coach didn't call
I know,
timeout.
but the guy wanted to make a sports shot. He was going like between the legs, behind the back. They hoisted a 3-pointer. Oh, it was a bad.
He
shot.
hesitated too. He
It was a bad
jumped
shot.
and then shot
It
as he
a
was
bad
falling
shot.
back
Bad
down.
shot.
honestly, they should. If they call timeout there, it gives them a much better shot to win that game because you just set up a play and run for the three.
Kentucky has shown vulnerability.
And they have a lot of bigs, okay? And their point guards are big too. So, I mean, if you can stretch out the floor like Ole Miss did.
Except for Tyler Ulis.
Yeah, if you could stretch out the floor with all the shooters that Ole Miss had, because they were just launching threes yesterday, and they were hitting them, which helps. Obviously, you have to be on your game to beat them. But if you can launch threes, because the bigs, Carl Towns and Willie Cauley-Stein, are not like if they come out, you can blow by them with the point guards. Yeah, and they're gonna foul you, as they showed. So I mean, I think that's Ole Miss showed a big hole in their defense with how you can really stretch out the floor against Kentucky.
And what about your Seton Hall Pirates, led by Scotch Plains' own Sterling Gibbs?
Sterling Gibbs, and they're doing it without what I say is their best player, Isaiah Whitehead.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he top recruit in the country. I think he was number 8 in the country last year, and we got him. Ranked 19th after upsetting St. John's, who was ranked 15th, and Villanova, who was ranked 6th in the country. How about that? It's the first time they've been ranked that high since, I believe, 2002.
We still have 3 unbeatens. We got Kentucky, we got Duke, and we got Virginia. Who do you think loses first? Or no, who do you think is the last remaining unbeaten?
The last remaining unbeaten? That's a tough one. You know, I would probably have to say Kentucky will be the last remaining unbeaten because of the conference they play
absolutely.
in. In the SEC, there aren't many tough teams at all.
The SEC in basketball is not the SEC in football.
No way, not even close. I think Duke is honestly the first one to lose.
Really?
Because they will end up being the first one to lose playing against teams like Virginia, like North Carolina, like NC State, who is always a tough contender in conference play. And they're going to have to face Pitt. They're going to have to face Syracuse.
Louisville.
Yeah, all these teams in the ACC. The ACC is loaded.
I think Kentucky's definitely the last one remaining. I think Duke's a little bit more talented than Virginia, so I think Virginia will wind up losing first. But Duke
depends on if they're playing at home or away.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the schedule. And so, Raider recap: the winter season, boys basketball off to a 1-5 start after their loss.
But it's tough. They're playing a lot of tough teams.
They're playing a bunch of good teams.
I mean, they're doing a good job for what they are doing. They're keeping it close in most games. Obviously, towards the end, it might get a little away, but that also happens when you're not putting in all the starters.
Yeah.
So.
And girls basketball off to a 2-4 start. Captain Kara Foley has a concussion. Get well, Kara. And swimming, boys 5-1. Almost beat Westfield.
Both teams for swimming are doing outstanding.
They're on fire.
Yep.
They're on fire.
Yep. Both ranked in the state.
Yes.
So you can't ask for much more.
Boys knocked off at that point number 10 St. Peter's. That's big.
And then they were ranked number 10, I believe, themselves.
And the girls, for the second time, I believe the second time in school history, girls beat Westfield.
They're 6-0. Yep.
And Stephanie Judge setting one individual record and was part of a relay record that was set. And hockey, after their win against Dayton, they're 5-1. Also, second time in school history they beat Westfield.
And hockey is playing very strong. Got out to a really hot start behind Davy Leong, who we've all heard about this year.
Yes.
Scoring a bunch of goals, and the hockey team is playing very solid within their division.
They have a solid shot to go to the county championship. Actually, a preseason article picked them against Dayton in the championship.
And they added a new thing this year within Union County.
Really?
Talking to some of the guys, saying that they split up Union County to two separate divisions.
I heard about
so that gives them an even better shot, not having to play against really tough teams like Westfield multiple times in 1 year.
Right. Yeah. And wrestling 2-3 as a whole, but Brian Lapham is now over 100 career victories and is chasing the school record of 124 wins. And that was set by Pat Minio back in 2007.
And I believe JT is on his path to getting 100 wins.
JT's climbing towards 100 as well.
So we could see him further down the road this year, getting to that mark.
100 winners in 1 year. That's pretty
that would be very good.
Big for the program. Raider preview now. Got basketball at Union High School, 1 o'clock on Saturday. Oh, it's been changed to 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, okay.
3 o'clock. All right, that's a tough game. Union's always athletic.
Union is a solid team and very good at ball pressure this year. Coaches have been scouting them, so I've heard very good at ball pressure, very good shooters.
Girls basketball versus GL, which is always a good game. That's Thursday at 7. GL Lady Highlanders always put up a fight. Swimming, boys and girls versus East Brunswick. That's a weird opponent. Don't play them a lot. That's
Nope.
at Middlesex County College Athletic Center. Hockey versus Robbinsville. Don't know where that is
I
either.
don't know where
I've never
Robbinsville
heard of
is.
that place either. At Iceland Hockey Rink. Don't know where that is either. On Friday. Wrestling takes on
Wrestling takes on
Cranford.
Cranford. Cranford is a tough team, but we can definitely get the job done.
I mean, with JT and
Lapham,
Brian
yep.
Lapham, yeah. I mean, and track boys and girl indoor relay Saturday at Jersey City Armory. So the 4x100 team of Amendo and Merlin, and
Kobe and Cam.
and Cam Smith.
Yep. We'll see how they do.
They're good.
Mm-hmm. Very fast kids.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have Dan Lopez from the varsity basketball team here with us. How are you, Dan?
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
Doing
Good.
well.
All right. So first question: you guys don't have a lot of size. Graduated Quarry and Jack from last year. How do you guys plan to compensate for that?
Well, it's definitely a little difficult for us, considering our tallest player is probably like 6'2", 6'3", and then after that, maybe like 6'1", a couple kids at 6'1". But really just boxing out, getting on the boards, crashing the boards. It's really all you can do against a bigger team.
Mm-hmm. And you play a lot of tough teams this year, such as Roselle Catholic, Union Catholic, Linden, Plainfield, and so on. How do you think you'll fare against these tough opponents?
We're playing in one of the most difficult and challenging counties in all of New Jersey, which is one of the best basketball states. You really just got to go out and play hard, practice hard. It's really all you can do because, you know, a lot of these teams are a lot more athletic than us, maybe a lot more skilled than us. And, you know, if you go hard, you can make any game possible.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter mentioned Roselle Catholic, and they have the 13th ranked player in the nation, Isaiah Briscoe, who has committed to Kentucky. How do you guys plan to guard him?
We don't. We kind of.
Maybe hope he's like sick or something.
Nah,
something like
yeah,
that.
I don't know. I might be sick for that game.
Might have to slip in a little intentional foul there,
No,
try to knock
yeah.
him out of the game. That's probably your
pull
best
the-
option.
I mean, their team as a whole, they have 9 D1 commits already.
Oh,
Yeah, it
jeez.
is
so,
crazy.
against a team like that, you really don't plan for them.
Just kind of go.
You go out there and
just wing
play, and you know, hope next game is a little easier than
Yeah.
that.
And what would you say your team goals are for the year? What do you guys want to accomplish?
Well, we're struggling early, so it's not really something we're concerned about yet. We know we'll turn the corner hopefully this coming week, and then later on in the season we hope to get like a mid-seed for the conference because our conference is a little weaker this year than previous years. So if we slip in the conference, we could pull off some upsets and maybe advance in the state tournament a little.
All right,
Cool.
sounds awesome. And we'll have you sign the wall before you leave. Deeds, you got a pen?
Sweet.
Good man. Anywhere you want. Anything you
Anywhere
want.
I want.
Anything you want. Anywhere you want.
This looks like a good place.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, thanks.
This has been your midweek sports update,
I'm Josh.
and I'm Peter. Welcome to 2015.